In the heart of the English countryside, where the winds sweep across open fields and the horizon meets the sky in silence, there stands a monument unlike any other. A circle of colossal stones older than the pyramids, older than the written word, and older than much of recorded civilization. Stonehenge. But here lies the question, who built it? Why was it built? And how, with the tools of the ancient world, was such an extraordinary feat of engineering possible? For centuries, Stonehenge has been shrouded in mystery. Was it a temple of the sun? A burial ground for ancient kings? A portal between worlds? Or something else altogether? This, dear viewers, is Britain's oldest legend, a story written in stone and shadow. Welcome to Legends of Britain. Today we journey into the heart of one of history's greatest enigmas, the mystery of Stonehenge. Long before the first stones were raised upon Salisbury Plain, this landscape was already sacred. Archaeologists have found evidence of human activity here as far back as 8000 BC, when hunter-gatherers left behind simple wooden posts and traces of ritual activity. But it was around 3000 BC, during the Neolithic age, that the first great transformation began. People of the new farming communities dug a vast circular ditch, almost 100 meters across. This was the birth of what we now call Stonehenge. At first, there were no giant stones. Instead, timber posts and earth banks marked the site. Its purpose unclear, but its meaning already profound. And then came the stones. The earliest were the so-called blue stones, transported from the distant Preseli Hills of Wales over 150 miles away. Imagine this for a moment. Without wheels, without horses, without metal tools, these people somehow quarried and hauled stones weighing up to 4 tons each across rivers, forests, and valleys. Why? To what end? The answer has been lost to time, but it is here that Britain's oldest legend was born. Around 2500 BC, the monument reached its most iconic form. The towering sarsen stones, each standing up to 30 feet high and weighing 25 tons, were dragged from Marlborough Downs, some 20 miles away. What followed was a feat of engineering that defies belief. The stones were not merely placed, but carefully shaped, fitted with joints like giant wooden beams and raised upright with lintels balanced across their tops. Together they formed the Great Stone Circle, the image we know today. But Stonehenge was more than just stone. It was a theater of the heavens. Alignments in the monument point directly to the midsummer sunrise and the midwinter sunset. Thousands would gather on these solstice days, watching in awe as the sun rose or set in perfect harmony with the stones. It became a place where earth and sky converged. A turning point, not just for Stonehenge but for the people who built it. It was a monument that united tribes, cemented beliefs, and anchored their world in mystery and ritual. Stonehenge reached its zenith around 2000 BC. At this time, it was more than a monument. It was a gathering place for communities across the land. Burial mounds spread across the landscape, suggesting that powerful leaders and chieftains were laid to rest in its shadow. Archaeological finds show that people traveled from across Britain, and perhaps beyond, to attend great feasts here. Cattle bones from Scotland, pottery from distant regions, and traces of ritual fires suggest Stonehenge was once a magnet for pilgrims. To stand here then must have been awe-inspiring. The stones towering above, the air thick with smoke from ritual fires, chants echoing across the plain as thousands looked to the heavens for meaning. In this moment, Stonehenge was not just a monument. It was the beating heart of ancient Britain. And yet, like all things, the age of Stonehenge faded. By around 1500 BC, the great monument was already falling into decline. No new stones were raised. The rituals changed. The people who had once gathered here vanished into history. For centuries, the stones stood silent. Romans came and went. Saxons settled. Normans built castles. Empires rose and fell. But Stonehenge remained a silent witness to time. In the Middle Ages, legends grew. Chroniclers claimed the wizard Merlin had summoned the stones from Ireland. Others believed they were the ruins of a Roman temple, or the burial place of ancient giants. By the time of Elizabeth I, Stonehenge had already become a symbol of ancient mystery, an enigma Britain claimed as its own. Even today, the myths endure. Some say Stonehenge is a site of alien visitation, pointing to its precise astronomical alignments as proof of otherworldly guidance. Others claim it was a druidic temple, a place of sacrifice and ancient magic. But what do the facts reveal? Archaeology tells us the Druids came long after Stonehenge was built in the Iron Age. at least 1,000 years too late. The builders were not magicians but skilled Neolithic engineers, whose knowledge of stone, timber, and the heavens surpassed anything we might have expected. As for its purpose, theories abound. A solar calendar, a burial ground, a center for healing, or a temple to the gods of the sky. Perhaps it was all these things or none. The truth remains elusive, locked in silence, and that is the power of Stonehenge. For every answer uncovered, more questions remain. Stonehenge is more than a monument. It is a riddle carved in stone, a story without an ending, and a bridge between the known and the unknown. We may never truly understand the minds of those who built it, or the beliefs that drove them. But perhaps that is its greatest gift, to remind us that mystery itself has value. In its silence, Stonehenge speaks of wonder, imagination, and the endless quest for meaning. So next time you gaze upon those stones, remember, you are not just looking at Britain's past. You are standing in the presence of its oldest legend. This has been Legends of Britain. If you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of Stonehenge, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, subscribe for more stories from the heart of Britain's history. Until next time, the legends await.